So do you see the stream?
Not yet, but I think I need a couple of moments.
Okay, so my name is Orca, and today with me are Cinnamon Fake and Omega Fighter. Today we are going to take a little stroll on the old technology, so be prepared for some shockers, some sort. So shall we start now?
Yep,
Everybody
I
ready?
think it's time. Hello everyone, by the way.
Okay, so the first ship is the Endeavour. It's the most famous ship, the spaceship that everybody knows. As a kid, I used to play with such a model, and most of you, most of you play the Star Conflict Heroes, you should be able to tell this one is as well in that small game now, and it's in the main game as well. So let me just see. Okay, I got the chat going on for the first time. It's nice. So the Endeavour is a guard ship. It resembles the Archelon or Archelon, however you want to pronounce it. It has similar mechanics and everything. So it comes with two weapons, and I'm gonna show you guys the modules and weaponry real quick. We are kind of tight with time. A lot of updates are coming to the server. So the first module of interest would be the enhanced shield, which provides 45 points of resistances on each damage. Well, for shield, basically shield version of the galvanized armor, but a bit beefed up. Also, it has a debuff on the main weapon range, so I don't know how that will affect, but I guess it's going to be a debuff of well, I don't know. You tell him, Omega. You should be able to tell the difference when something is a valid debuff or not.
Well, rather I would say that ship, like, people might think this is the next star, the next gargoyle, but the difference is that those ships are more on customized mechanics rather than pure damage and just dominate the battlefield. And also, obtaining those ships will not be as much of a pain, since we will bring back the Xenon ships we had in a New Year event, and those will be much easier to obtain from broker missions and like from Galo. So getting those parts will be not so hard as like you might think.
Well, I have some information about obtaining them, but keep that until the end of the streaming.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave the store for the last part. Anyway, so that's one module, and the other one would be the phase demodulator. What it does is basically imitate the Archelon special module. Basically makes you the target for each and every enemy in a 3 kilometer range. So it also grants you an extra shield volume, so that's a nice thing, I guess. So I'm gonna show you that on the undock option, and I will show you the weaponry that we have available for this ship. So we have compression railgun and breach laser. The compression railgun, basically, it's a common railgun weapon, to be honest, with the default stats and everything. Maybe a little bit beefed up damage output, but that's mainly because I installed some extra damage kind of modules, modifiers and stuff. So I'm gonna show you the first weapon real quick. Oh, we have a few guests here.
Uh-huh.
Where's the sound?
Hey, do you hear me?
Yeah, I do hear you, but the sound is of the weaponry is a bit too low. I can't hear it.
Well, as I can see on the picture, I have so much internet I even barely see you streaming something.
Okay. Okay,
Let me.
we all know that your internet is not very good. Anyway, so this
Oh yeah, now I see.
this is how the weapon feels like, and when you activate the module I just talked about, it's basically very similar to Archelon. It has that glow and everything. Also, the special module is as well similar as the active module, although it grants like a huge shield and the usual speed up bonus, and you know, the guard stuff. 150 resistances may be a bit too much on each damage, but okay.
Well, and it also drains shields of the enemies in a close range, and for every enemy that is on module cooldown, your cooldown of that particular module is reduced. So if you do that in a mass, you can literally spam it. So this ship is literally focusing on taking all the focus, use its module as much as it can, and take all the focus from the others.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's going to be a utility kind of a ship rather than just speedster kind of damage dealer or anything in particular. So this would be the first weapon. Let me just dock real quick and show you the other one. Well, that was a nice kamikaze. Okay, so the breach laser. The breach laser is a bit interesting because the target module and missile cooldowns increase by 14 to 70% depending on the effect of duration. So let me just, I hope this sound is going to work at least. It would be
I
weird.
can't guarantee it because there is a whole night before the patch tomorrow.
You told me.
And we have lots of stuff still to fix.
Okay, this is a nice weapon. It has a nice design. Yeah, it reminds me of the Vigilant, but it's much nicer. Well, anyway, that would be it for the Endeavour. Aside from its rather futuristic design, like, I don't know, this engine block here and thrusters and everything, it has that hint of future design mixed with the past, and there's a lot of interesting details about it. So I guess this is it for the Endeavour. I don't see any need to continue on this. It's a very simple guard that's basically an upgrade of the Archelon, however you want to call it.
Also, don't forget to put the proton wall on it, because if you use that one module that makes everyone lock on you, you'll get all the stuns.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun game. Not. Anyway, now this is my ultimate eye candy of the game so far. I've just put it as a second ship just for the sake of getting that wow effect. So here we go.
An F module that no one's expected.
We have the Spyro. So as you can see here, the special module is a bit weird. I'm not gonna tell you about it much, but I'm gonna go over some modules, modifiers. So that's going to be the first, and I'm gonna show you the magic of this ship. So we have a CPU modifier, which basically affects the active module cooldowns, and well, there's obvious debuff of energy consumption. You can see here. Apart from that, we have an additional module which is basically well, it's an engineer after all, so it's a really neat active. Basically helps your ally, whoever you want to choose, to be invulnerable for 1.6 seconds and restores shields. Like for my stats, it's base stats are, let me just okay, it's around 1000 points per second over 6 seconds. So makes the host and ally invulnerable and restore shields. Basically nothing special, but it's helpful in captain battles. How do they call them again? Combat recon, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's combat recon. I always forget about that name. Anyway, as for the weapons, we have the overheating laser, pun intended. So and we have the fuse blaster. Nothing much to say about it. It's just an EM weapon. Doesn't heal, unfortunately, as Eclipse launcher does, but I'm gonna show you real quick.
Well, it could be too much. It's just shoot plasma charges. Well, if you're talking about plasma blaster.
Okay, so well, it's going to be difficult to show you the active modules because,
well, I can use that one. The invulnerability projectile looks like this. It technically makes you immortal for 1.5 seconds to the target you choose and gives that target shield regeneration.
okay,
so it's a very basic module. Also noting that the CPU module that reduces your cooldowns can be stacked. So while the invulnerability projector has a default cooldown of 30 seconds on my spiral, I have 14.8 on it with all cooldown reductions. So we can halve your cooldowns on all your modules.
Okay, you stay there. I'm not gonna show them yet the magic behind this ship. I'm gonna just equip one more weapon and show that one, and then that magic happens. No, not yet. I'm gonna just showcase the fuse blaster real quick, and we can proceed to showcase the best part yet. The special module, right? The test server is a little bit unstable, so it happens. Nothing special. Kinda crashed. Anyway, let me just showcase. I hope this weapon is not the cause of the crash. Please don't. Okay. So.
Oh well, I hope as well.
So this is the second weapon. It has a slow fire rate, but
offline, I think.
It has a high damage. So I'm just gonna dock now since I showed that, and then I can show you the eye candy part. Let me just equip something real fast so it has that additional effect. Hold on. Nah, let me just do this. Okay, so the moment we all have been waiting for. Okay, so most of you probably are impatient to see what the special module is, so let me just show you. Ta-da! Now you get an interceptor and an NG in one.
It's fighter, as I remember.
And the best part, you get to use the weapons the main gun has, main part of the ship.
By the way, I just found a bug. I can attack you even though you have station protection.
Because it's probably the
the small ship can be attacked. That's interesting.
Yeah, I guess so. Also, this ship is the MiG, what's called 105 version something, and it has the Nightingale special it jumps and cloaks for 6 seconds, and it lays mines as a secondary active.
And the best part is once your cooldown's back on and you're like in trouble and you're like, hey, where's my ship? I want it back. You just,
Boom!
yeah.
Then you're back.
Now it's my turn.
I gotta say, this is really cool.
Yeah, this is funny. As I remember, and I tested it yesterday, actually the this fighter, it looks different.
It is an interceptor rather. It's far too fast for a fighter. And it has just weapons. It is an interceptor.
Interceptor. Oh.
It seems like an interceptor to me, although it may be a fighter as well. I mean, it's shown as an interceptor
and has 2 weapons.
Yeah. So. Not much of a ship, but still can save you in a tricky situation, I guess.
Stop moving. I want to recall it on you. I don't know what happens.
Okay.
Can't place device into objects. Interesting.
Gotta say, this is really nice. I don't mind this ship being a premium at all, because just look at the eye candy parts. I mean,
also, if you use torpedoes, if you use torpedoes, for example, and they run out, you have like 3, they run out and cooldown, you can literally just get out, and when you call the ship back, they're reloaded. So it's also a nice way to just get your missile cooldown done faster, or you're dying, you just press F, you teleport, and the enemy's like, what? And then you come back later, and yeah.
Most people just would think like you are dead, but in reality you just cloaked away. I mean, it's very interesting. I see how it could be used in a competitive way. But if we would talk about like how awesome this is, how cool it is, I mean, it's off the charts. At least for me, I mean.
Now the ship is looking unique. So basically, I think that players will recognize it in time, and there will be no more surprises then.
Well, I'm a sucker for animation, and this is probably one of my favorite animations so far. I mean, this is just something I wouldn't have expected for a very long time.
Well, the time is going on, and so we trying to keep it up with our old technology and do whatever we can. So.
Also, there's this one part. Your little ship will always take 2 guns from the big ships. You can literally have an interceptor with Eclipse launcher, with the Vulcan, with the new weapon, with this new plasma cannon that's like kind of like a little projectile launcher that does good damage. It just does half the damage, but it's whatever weapon you have on it. So you can literally have coil mortar on an interceptor.
So, shall we do a custom battle, or just go over the store real quick before it?
Well, you can do a custom battle and try to, I don't know. Are you planning to use the same ships or different ones?
Well, we are going to use the same ships, of course, so whatever happens, I just slapped together these 2 builds. It's basically a copy-paste build, it's nothing special, so I don't expect much to happen in my end, so...
Well,
so Omega, you can pick the map and just invite me if you want to, or should I?
Oh, you can do it, I guess.
Yeah, let's stay with Spiral then. Let's stay with Spiral.
Let me see. Ancient ruins, detonation, capture the beacon, damnation. Team battle. Regulated settings. Okay, this should be it. Create and write something in the general chat, or don't need invite to custom battle.
Oh, we won't play with Tycoon. That's not what we're here
nah,
for.
I'm not gonna take Tycoon. It's just gonna be there. I'm gonna start with Endeavour. Let's see how this will fare against Spiral. Is it? Yes, it is. Ah, damn it. I'm so used to guards. I forget this is not the interchangeable one. Come on. Haha. Gotcha.
Ah, but I can't
No.
beat that.
Come on. Oh damn it, I forgot I got the anomaly. I don't know why I left it there. Come on. Okay, time to do my thing. And he's gone. Great.
So
come
Omega,
on, wherever you
Omega is
are.
using Spiral.
Yep.
And he's gone.
Come on. I'm so close, but I know when I get him low, he's going to, yeah, do that. Have some of this.
Oh,
Oh, come on. Get me some slack. Ah. You are not gonna run away from me this time.
you guys keep the tension until the last.
Yeah, the problem was I tried to use the invulnerability projector when he used anomaly, but it didn't work.
Okay, let's switch. I'm gonna be the Spiral now. I'm gonna be the fun one. Maybe I should have changed the weapons. It's testing.
We can do another one afterwards. Maybe like a more interesting scenario, like combat recon.
I don't know.
I mean, as a captain.
No combat
Oh
recon.
yeah.
No combat recon. I know what you're going for. Oh crap. Whoops. Haha.
Didn't you take my shield down and it's a whole tank, so.
Damn it, how did you reactivate it that fast? Oh yeah. Oh. Damn it! Ah. Okay, should this be it? Because we are running out of time.
Waited 25
Well,
minutes,
yeah.
that's 40.
Yeah, we're running out of time. And because I still have to say a couple of words about how to obtain those ships.
Before you do, I just want to point out that he got 2 kills, even though he killed me once.
Because he's self-destructed.
What? Really?
Yeah. sorry, I forgot about that one. Okay,
Oh.
let's go out of the battle, and here you go, one more kill. Anyway, so let's talk about grind.
Yeah, let's talk about grind a bit. So tomorrow, with the new patch and this new ships, we will introduce a new marathon event with special tasks. It will be called Tech Race, and basically you will have to do the special missions. You will see them when they will appear. And for these missions, you will earn special event currency. It's called Xena chips. Yeah, really, Xena chips. So this currency is only for this event, and there will be nothing like using it again for something. And for every mission, you will get Xena chips, and you will be able to buy a container for them.
So
There's a two.
basically, it's going to be like with the Dart and Gargoyle, but a bit lighter on the grind.
So yeah, you can buy a container for Endeavor, and you can buy a container for Spiral. So and in some of the cases, the container for Spiral will give you not only Spiral's parts, and also can inject some Endeavor stuff in it. It happens.
So it's going to be a generous god.
Yeah, it's gonna be a generous god. By the way, this system with items from the containers, like for Tycoon parts, it was a little reworked. So now those parts, they are spread more.
Should I show them the store? It's piled with some crates.
Well, I don't think it will show something. Basically reworked in case like, well, we noticed that some people will get in more of one part and less of other. And we tried to keep them more on the same level, just with, well, less randomness, I think. So, but still, if you're going to use a trait, you will do this just, well, as quickly as it really possible. And
Okay.
And trading will be involved as well for these new ships, but not just from the start. There will be event first when you collecting those parts for the ships, and then after the event will end, it will happen on May 14. So on that day, there will be another update, and the parts for the ships, they will become tradable, just like with the Dart and Gargoyle. So the experiment, which was with Dart and Gargoyle, it shows like that on that time there are a lot of people built the ships using this, and we hope it will works for this kind of legendary ships as well.
Okay, so for the time being, I had a few moments to spare to see the latest update on the tester, which is basically the store parts. Spoiler alert, you will have a Victory Day bundle. So, well, the Xeno chips I've been told about right about now, they will be used for these here bundles. It's not going to be much of a grind because you will get a bunch of Xeno chips for miniature tasks. It's not going to be like kill 500 million I don't know, inceptors. It's going to be something rather nice instead, I hope. Now it's your time to say yeah, it's going to be, Ivan.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Yeah, thank you. anyway, most of the best part of these ships is you don't really need the special modules to have fun with these two ships. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun flying either of those. Well, to be honest, it's going to be more fun fly the Spiral because, well, obvious reasons. But the Endeavour is an interesting ship as well. It can be flown with the regular items, modules, however you want to call it, modifiers, as well as the Spiral, so you don't have that pressure of needing those blueprints and stuff as we had with, let's say, Dart, for instance. His full capability came only with all of his blueprints and parts together, so you can use these ships on full extent even with the casual items you have in store. So it's going to be pretty interesting to fly them. So that's pretty much it for my end. I have...
Well, I definitely want to bring some players' questions to the attention. Cinnamon, Neri asked whether we'll be able to attain most of the ship parts just by doing the tasks or not. I mean, when you do the task from Gylo, for example, it's 40 Ceno chips. Does it have a cooldown of a day or 2 or 3?
Yeah, that's interesting.
What can I say about that? That we can't calculate it just as accurate as it was with destroyers. But now, if you're doing all the tasks available, and if you're using trade, you will be able to get a ship guaranteed even before the event ends. So that's for sure. And well, for everybody else, I think in some cases there won't be needed any trading for constructing one ship during event. In other cases, you can have some parts for one ship, some parts for another, and you can trade them as well. Like some of the spiral containers will give you a little bit of Endeavour, and you can sell them if you don't need Endeavour. So that's how it works.
Okay, so I can see here each bundle has a part and a part for a weapon. So a ship part and a part for a weapon. So basically, let's say if you are that lucky, you will be able to get from each of the containers, opening them once, for instance, but that's not gonna happen, we all know that. Opening them once should get you the necessary parts. So the trade is, well, if you want to speed up things. So the items will be still there on trade even when the event ends, I guess. So no need to, well, cry about it. It's going to be a smooth ride, I guess. Seeing from, well, the bundle store here, it's going to probably take a week or so to gather all the Xeno chips and a few failed attempts and whatnot, but in the end you should be able to get at least one or two, well, one or both of them for a short time. It's not going to be a month grind or something like that, I hope.
Yeah, just remember that those missions will be available until May 14 inclusive, I guess. And then Xena chips will be no more, like they will not be useful anymore for anything else. So if you have some Xena chips at the end of the event, so just spend them anyway. If you even not collecting the ships, spend them and get some parts and sell them. So, well, that's the nice way. That's always the nice way.
Okay. Well, Neri just asked if there will be a cap on those parts, and the answer is basically no, not yet. I mean,
we don't have a cap on actual parts. The cap will be appeared on some of the resources. Actually, this is the important part of the upcoming update tomorrow. There will be 2 new types of old materials. It will be monocrystals and it will be alien composite panels. These materials will have another level and
level of usage.
Yeah, another level of usage, and they can be converted to this new level of this material, and conversion is free, by the way. And this new level of material, it will have a cap in 500. So basically this new material, it will be called like I don't remember how to call. Enriched monocrystals and alien.
Yeah, there they are, enriched monocrystals and alien composite
blocks. Yeah, so it will be used in the future for constructing some stuff for the new ships. So, and now this resource will have a cap 500. It's a lot. 500. It's like I think
that's a solid special secret project, whatever you want to call it.
Well, yeah.
Now that's the question. The old monocrystals will not get a cap, will they?
Old mana crystals will not get a cap, and they will be stored on your storage until you will convert them when you want to do that. So basically, it's just up to you when to convert it and when to spend it. So the old stuff will not have caps, and
So
the quest.
there will be a small but slow transition to a new type of items, a new type of caps, and new type of stuff. So the economy should revolve around a much smaller but more efficient version.
We did a news about that, I think a week or two ago. It called new level of materials, I guess. Let me see. Well, yeah, it was around 2 weeks ago, and that's what we're going to do. We took old resource and get another level for it, and use this material of another level for construction and new stuff in the game. And it's a part of the transition to the new resources with caps, and it's basically very needed for further development of the game. It's not really new, so it has some restrictions in text stuff in server space. So that's what we're going to do in the near future. So nothing to afraid about. Nothing will be disappear from storage. It will be just up to you,
no
pilots.
More destroyed items.
Yeah, so in summary, this is a much nicer way of doing it, like an instacap, and eliminating items was wrong. So technically this allows you to generate your old monocrystals into new ones for the upcoming stuff, which prevents things like more static prices. So if we apply caps on the items, we can price more static, because no one is going to grind up and stockpile so they can afford anything instantly, which requires multiple items for a certain thing. So we can have more static prices on whatever comes out, like the new Elerium ships.
Yeah, there will be no like burning items for something like that. You can just keep, if you have 10,000 of mana crystals, you can keep them and keep them and keep them, and you can convert them as you want to do that, and using it into construction your structures.
That's actually a nice way to introduce a cap, for instance. I do realize that the cap needs to be present at some point, because the trade revolves around some sort of economy, and that economy has to have some limits to be effective. And I do realize that, but still we need small changes like this, and I don't know, like 5 trades per day is too small to actually make a difference, so that must change as well. So there's a small
it will be changed when it will be needed. 5 trades per day is just a limit for now, because now it's enough. But when the economy will grow bigger, then will be more things to sell, things to buy and stuff. So this limit could be increased, so don't worry about it. That will be okay.
Okay.
So I think we should go into end now, because I've been told that new version is going to be deployed soon.
Okay. So for the time being, let's just summarize what we told about just about now. So we have 2 new ships, a bunch of changes. By the way, a bunch of people always ask me about rank 14s. Will they come soon or later?
You mean destroyers?
Yeah.
Well, I can't say this in like actual terms. Let's say soon.
Soon, trademark.
Yeah, that was the obvious answer. Just expect it within the next few weeks that they will be back for.
Well, if the next 2 weeks, I will know about it, but I'm not actually know nothing about that. So
also a small thing as well. I heard some rumors that the damage thing on the close proximity on destroyers will be reduced. So, is that true, or
Reduced on close proximity. Yes,
The
that's
Danger
true.
zone
That's
to 1.5x damage. So if you
yes.
attack a destroyer in close range, it's just gonna be 50% more damage and not 150%, which makes destroyers again quite potent.
Okay.
Yeah, destroyer deals yeah 1.5 damage actually to the shields and hounds and models. If your attacker of the destroyer is flying closer than 750 meters, 750 meters to your destroyer. So that's it. Yeah. Previously it was 2.5. Now it will be 1.5 times. And that's it.
Okay. So let's just sum this up real quick. Then we had Spiral and Endeavour showcasing how they perform in battle and some smaller things, interesting things, eye candy things. So that's pretty much it, plus some extra information about the future changes, small changes regarding the economy and the trade system. I think this is about it for today's stream. The next version will be deployed of the test server will be deployed soon, so we gotta cut it short. Thank you for watching. Thanks to Omega for contributing. Thanks for Ivan to show us the new stuff, talk about the upcoming changes and stuff like that. And I guess this is it.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching, and well, keep an eye on the news. There is more stuff coming.
Okay, more details, I guess. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's about it. So see you again next time and have fun.
Good luck, everyone.